Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Subhecha and I study abroad in the United States. I've been studying here since the past 3 years now. I'm originally from Mumbai, India, and I go to Rutgers University and I'm doing my bachelor's in communication. I'm graduating this May, so that is literally in 3 weeks and I'm really excited. I recently completed my internship with Fox News. So I decided to make this video to help all international students get internships. I will be talking about my application process, my internship, how it went, and how everything was structured. So if you are someone who's trying to find an internship or if you are an international student, I hope this video helps you. So I will be talking about the application process first. So I found out about the Fox News internship program through my career counselor. She sends us a list of all the latest job updates and all job openings. So I found this position in one of her emails, so I decided to research about it and I really liked it. So I went to Fox Careers/students, and that is where I applied for this internship. It is known as the College Associates program. Fox News likes to refer to their interns as college associates versus using the term interns. So I was on the social media team at Fox News. I submitted my application in November and I got a response back from them in exactly 1 month. So for my application, I had to submit a resume. So I submitted a 1-page resume and I also had to submit a cover letter expressing my interest. So I sent my cover letter and I expressed my interest in social media, and I received a response from them within 1 month. And they told me that they would like to schedule a Zoom interview with me. So the interview lasted for about 30 minutes and I interviewed with the team manager there. So he asked me a lot of questions and the interview lasted a little over 30 minutes. So I was asked, tell me about yourself, where do you see yourself 5 years from now, why Fox? And he also asked me if I could be any animal I wanted to be, which animal would I choose and why. He also asked me if I found a $1 million lottery ticket in front of the Fox News office, what would I do with it? So the questions there were some basic questions and a lot of behavioral type questions. So I want to talk a little about how I prepared for the interview because I think that will be really useful for everyone who's watching this video. So the way I prepared for this interview was to create a Google Doc. So I went to Glassdoor and I read the reviews of the internship first, and on Glassdoor you can also find potential interview questions that they might ask you. These questions are left by the students who have previously interned there. So I just went through all of those questions and I copy pasted these questions onto the Google document, and then I started preparing answers for these questions. And I also added some basic generic questions such as tell me about yourself, so I could better frame my answer. I did not necessarily memorize all these answers, but I just had it written down because it was really useful for me. So during the interview, I was asked a lot of these questions that I wrote on my Google Doc, but there's obviously gonna be questions that you previously did not think of and you have to think of on the spot. So during such times, if I was ever asked a question that I did not plan for, I just took a moment to answer it. So after my interview was done, they told me that this was just the first round of the interview and that they will let me know if I qualify for the second round of the interview. So I waited for 1 week when I heard back that I was qualified for the second round of the interview. So the second round of the interview was again a Zoom interview with a different person. This interview also lasted a little about 30 minutes. I was asked a lot of similar questions that I was asked previously, but this time I was asked a lot of behavioral type questions such as how do I function in a team, how do I resolve conflicts, or questions such as give me an example of a time when you completed a project successfully when you had a strict deadline. So I was asked a lot of behavioral type questions. So they told me that the second round of the interview was the final round of the interview and they would soon let me know if I qualified for the internship. So I think 1 month from that, I received an email from the HR person who gave me her number, and she asked me to call her. So I called her and she told me, congratulations, you have been selected for the program, and I was super excited. So the internship program was very flexible. You basically have to complete a minimum of 16 hours every week, and you can choose any dates and times according to your needs. So I chose Monday and Tuesday. So I used to go to Fox News from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Mondays and Tuesdays, and it was really convenient for me because I did not have any classes on Mondays and Tuesdays. I scheduled my spring semester in a way where I had a lot of free days. So during this semester, I had my Mondays, Tuesdays and Fridays off. So I chose Mondays and Tuesdays to go for my internship. So I used to travel all the way to New York from New Jersey. I used to take the MJ Transit first and then the New York subway, and it used to take me a little over 1 hour, but the commute was fine because the internship was really rewarding. So I will be talking a little bit about my experience working there. On the first day of the program, which was 2nd February, we had an orientation, and I was able to meet all the other interns who were working in different departments. I was the only intern in my department, but there were a lot of interns who were in the same department. So they divided us into groups and assigned each group a lead associate. A lead associate is basically someone who has interned at Fox News previously and have experience, so they can help you and guide you. So my lead associate told me that she was always available if we ever wanted help on anything. Orientation program was very well structured. They provided us breakfast, they also provided us lunch, and they went over the basics of the program and how we can get our emails started and how we can log on into the company software. And this journal was given to me by Fox. This was one of the many things they gave us on the first day of the program. So like I mentioned, I was on the social media team, so all content that you see on Instagram and Facebook posted by Fox News, I was a part of that team. I used to work in the newsroom, which was so cool. I'll put a picture of that here. My first day, the seat that I was assigned was exactly in front of one of their sets for one of their shows. So that show used the newsroom as a backdrop. So they told me not to do any crazy gestures with my hand or not to move too much because the director always comes and yells because there's distraction in the background. So I was so conscious when I was sitting there, but that was my seat for the rest of the program as well. So the back of my head would be on TV sometimes because of the way I was positioned on that desk. The college associate program was extremely flexible as well. They told us that we were free to work on any other department that we wanted to. So I was planning on working on the set of Fox and Friends, but that did not happen because of the coronavirus pandemic and the lockdown. So basically my internship got cut short, which is very sad. So when the lockdown started, my internship was paused for 2 weeks, and they first told me that they do not allow their interns to work remotely, but I'm an international student and I had to complete my internship by the end of my CPT end date. So I requested, so I told them that I'm an international student, it would be greatly appreciated if I could continue my internship remotely. And they agreed to that. They were very nice about it and they agreed to that, and I was able to continue the rest of my internship online. While I was doing my internship remotely, the way it was structured was basically in the morning we had one meeting on Zoom with the entire social media team, and we would just discuss the entire day and what all we were gonna do. And then my supervisor would assign me tasks and I would complete all of those tasks by afternoon. And in the afternoon again, we used to have a meeting with the entire social media team to discuss the rest of the day. And after that, I would again complete all of my tasks, and by the end of the day, my supervisor would set a Zoom meeting one-on-one, just me and him, so we could discuss what I was working on and so I could get feedback. So the most rewarding part of my internship was that my supervisor used to provide me constant feedback all the time on everything I did, and it really helped me improve so much. It helped me take constructive criticism well and try to improve my skills. I got some really good advice about how to improve my writing skills. So one of the drawbacks of this internship was that sometimes there would be a lot of downtime where there was nothing to do. So during such time, I would take initiatives. I would just go to someone on my team and be like, hi, can I help you with something? What are you working on? Or I would ask them to let me shadow them. So basically, when you are shadowing someone, you are just with them and you see what they do, so you understand how everything works. So I would just scribble notes in my journal and see what everyone else was doing. So there's gonna be some downtime, but you can make good use of the downtime by researching about the company, networking with others, shadowing people, working in other departments, which I think is so great, and it really helped me grow. Overall, I had a great experience working at Fox News, and I would highly recommend it for everyone who's watching if you are interested to apply. And also, Fox News has a lot of positions. Social media team, you can be on the marketing, graphic designing, and there's a lot of things. So if you're looking for an internship, definitely check out Fox News. I also want to give some tips and advice to everyone who's applying at Fox News or just anywhere generally. So it is better for students to have a one-page resume, because if you have more than that, it becomes too long. So if you have a lot of experience, shortlist some experiences that are relevant to the positions you are applying for, so that way there isn't too much information on your resume. So have a one-page resume, and in your cover letter, make sure that you are not repeating your resume and your experiences, because that's already in your resume. So in your cover letter, try to express your interest and your passion towards the company and why you are excited to work there. In your internship, make sure that you are actively participating by taking initiatives and asking questions, because I did a lot of that. I used to ask so many questions to my supervisor, who used to patiently answer all of my questions. So make sure that you are networking with not just your supervisor, but also the rest of the members on the team, and also all the other departments if you get a chance to do that. And by the end of your internship, make sure you thank everyone and stay connected to everyone who was on the team, and connect with them on LinkedIn, because that is what I did. I want to stay in touch with all the connections I made. I hope this video was somewhat helpful for everyone trying to find internships. I know these are hard times, but there's still a lot of companies hiring. So just don't lose hope and keep applying. If you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. And if you have any questions about my internship or something that I didn't answer, please leave it in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to answer it. I will be making a video specifically in more detail about how to get internships generally, because I've done a lot of internships in the past. I want to reflect back on my experiences in order to help all international students here. So if that interests you, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye!